All right, it is Sunday evening, Sunday night, October the 15th, 2017. Very important information that I have to share with everyone, no matter where you are. If you're tuning in late, if you watch this on YouTube, watch the entire video when it's uploaded in my YouTube channel. We are streaming live. This is unexpected. I decided to come and do a live stream. Some very urgent, important information I want to share. I'm going to wait till we get some people in our live stream. Something big is happening. Hello, Lucas. How are you? God bless you. Very important information, Lucas, and I hope we can get a lot more people in here. If not, I hope they watch when this is uploaded to YouTube, because something major is taking place in Michigan and other parts of the United States. The mainstream media news is not talking about. They're not covering this. They're sweeping it under the rug. It's silent. The media has gone silent on this, and it's very, very urgent for you, your family, your wife, your daughters, your sons. Something terrible. People are missing. I'm not talking about the rapture of the church has not taken place. People are disappearing in mass numbers. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Hi, Miranda. God bless you. God bless you. Very important information as people are trickling into our live chat room here. Please, if you watch this after the fact on YouTube, watch the entire video when it's uploaded to YouTube. There is an event taking place big time in Michigan where I live. I live in the state of Michigan, but it's happening everywhere in the United States, and you're not being told about it. It's being silenced. There's a big hush going across the elite one, the mainstream media news. Entire families, mothers, children are vanishing, disappearing, never to be seen again. I'm going to share the audio. Doing live, I can't play a video. I don't know. YouTube live stream doesn't give me the opportunity. Hello, Robin. God bless you. To play videos. I'm going to play the audio from a gentleman in Michigan. And this is filmed on Michigan Avenue and Beck Roads in, I believe, the city of Canton. Very important. Something's going on, especially in Michigan. It's ranked number 2, if not number 1. People are just disappearing. They're vanishing. As many of you know that follow me on my channel, I went to look at that church building, and I'm still waiting. I don't know. If the Lord wants this to happen, it'll happen. The elderly pastor, hello, Scott. The elderly pastor but used to go to that church when it was up and running. He talked to me, and he said, you know, this is the area right here. The media is keeping it quiet. They're not talking about it. The Flint Journal is not reporting on it, but 40-plus women. He said it has started with 40-plus women have just disappeared. Nowhere to be found in the city of Flint. And now it's doubled. It's doubled. The Flint Police Department, City Hall are covering it up. They won't talk about it. It's happening in all across the United States, big time in the state of Michigan. If you have your family, do not, I repeat, because this is major and it's happening. If you love your children, you love your wife, do not let them go anywhere without someone being there with protection. If it has to be a gun, with some type of protection, because they are coming up missing. There are people, and it's not, we're not going to pinpoint this on an act of terrorism. It's human trafficking. Human trafficking, and it's taking place right now. It doesn't matter what kind of families. Hispanic, Arabic, black, white, brown. They're not picky. And the ones that are doing this, and it's not just Flint, Michigan, it's happening in Novi, Michigan, it's happening in Bald Lake, Michigan, it's happening all over, it's happening in Lansing, all over the state of Michigan. And it could be happening in your neighborhood because you're not going to know about it. If you live in your area and you know people that have disappeared, it's the only way you're going to know, because the police departments are silent on it. They're silent in the city of Flint, in the city of Novi. You know, you got your missing and exploited children and people that are come up missing. They're not reporting this. I'm going to play, I can't play the video, I'm going to play the audio of what happened. I believe it was in Canton, Michigan. And this man is putting out the warning. How do I know? I know it's happened in Flint. I know for sure that it has happened in Flint. It started with 40 women just disappeared, and now it's doubled. Almost tripled. No explanation. And the people that are doing this, you can't pinpoint it to a certain ethnic group. You can't pinpoint it on Black Lives Matters. You can't pinpoint it on people of Muslim descent, Arabics. You can't pinpoint it on any race or nationality. It's happening, and it's happening all over the place. Good evening, Brandon. So I'm going to play this. Michigan is ranked, I believe, number 2, if not moved up to number 1. The big people in the elite know what's going on, and they put a total silence on this. But it's happening. It happened at my wife's work in Grand Blanc, Michigan. The people that are doing this, do not let your children, Brandon, do not let your parents, your mom, go shopping alone. Go with a large number, maybe 2 neighbors or 2 relatives in separate cars to follow them. The people that are doing this are doing it in vans. They're doing it in what looks like old work vans. They're doing it in Cadillacs, in Audis. They're doing it in a number of different vehicles. Vans are usually the most likely, and these people are relentless. Before I go to this audio in a moment, always do not go alone. If you believe in the Second Amendment, I know we're not gonna get real scripturally sound right now. If you have a CPL, carry. If you in Michigan, you can open carry. These people are ruthless, and they're armed to the teeth. And it's a ring. Human trafficking. And children are missing. Like I said, in Flint, Michigan, it started with 40 women just disappeared. I was talking to the elderly pastor at the church I was looking at, and he had mentioned, you heard about the 40 women right in this area on Van Slyke that disappeared? Well, it's doubled, almost tripled now. I did a video on that, reported on that. The police are covering it up. And it's happening everywhere. My wife recounts what happened the other day at her work in Grand Blanc, Michigan, on the outskirts of Flint. A van pulled up, and a couple of guys got out of the van, and they came in. She's a kitchen and bath designer. They came into the showroom, and there's a young, she's really pretty, young receptionist at the desk, and she's training another young lady at the desk. Her boss has his gun out in the car. The owner of the company, the co-owner, carries on his side, they both have CPLs, and has a gun on his ankle. These 2 men came in, and they're looking around, and they didn't say a word. And the reception asked, "Can I help you?" Not a word. They're roaming around, they're casing the whole place. And I know they were going to grab the receptionist, the 2 receptionists behind the counter. One hit the button and got the owner, Ray. He seen what was going on. He went to his car to get his gun. It was all about to go down when they looked up, because the company my wife works for has cameras. And the guy stopped, and he looked up. He didn't say a word. He looked up at the camera, And he stood there for about, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes, my wife said, staring into the camera. Then him and his buddy, they took off in the van. People are disappearing. They're vanishing. They are literally vanishing, and this is not being reported. This happened in, I believe, Canton, Michigan. Let me play this for you. Hopefully the sound will work. Let me make sure I got my volume all the way up. I'm losing my voice, so I do apologize. This is not far from me. Let me play this.
Okay, so sitting here at the Target.
Can you hear this?
On Michigan Avenue and Beck Road. And I think it's important to do a little live video on it, bring a bit of awareness, because my wife was here shopping the other day.
Let me ask, can you guys hear this okay? Can you hear the audio? Someone answer me before I continue on. Can you guys hear the audio? You can. Okay, then I'm going to try to start over. I want everyone to just listen carefully. This is happening all over. I don't care what state you live in. This is happening, and it's happening now. And if you love your family, from now on, my wife gets an escort to work, an escort when she comes home. I do not play. I'm a pastor, and I believe in turning the other cheek. But if someone's going to harm my family, I'm going to take them down. And no one is going to hurt my family. Let me play this. It's very important. Listen.
Okay, so sitting here at the Target on Michigan Avenue and Beck Road, and I think it's important to do a little live video on it, bring a bit of awareness, because my wife was here shopping the other day with our youngest daughter, and all of a sudden, this human trafficking thing that is becoming very common for women and children shopping at any kind of grocery stores, department stores, anything of that matter, is a situation that happened to my wife and could have become a very severe situation for our family. So she was at this Target sitting. I'm actually parked right now on the spot, because my wife feels like it's important to pass by here every couple of nights and look for these vehicles that basically almost took her and my daughter away. And if you guys are listening to this and watching this, first off, hello. Secondly, this is a real thing going on in Michigan. We are the #2 state for human trafficking. #2. And it is happening all over. I don't care where you live, how safe you feel. I don't care about any of that. You better hear me when I tell you. One of my coaches is a detective. He could tell you stories that would keep you up at night if you have a wife or children. I'm telling you, you better take it in. Watch when your family goes out at night. Keep an eye on your children. Keep an eye on your wife, okay? If she's able to carry a gun, great. Mace, a knife, something. I would not recommend shopping at these places at night. These vehicles are parked suspiciously in different parking lots all over. These stories are popping up left and right, and I'm telling you, it's the real deal going on out here. Every vehicle parked out here, there's 2 of them parked in the back of this lot right now where people are just sitting suspiciously in them in the back of a Target parking lot. Why? What are you doing in the back of the parking lot for a half hour now? Who are you looking for? Sitting out there in the dark. It's weird. It's gut-wrenching. I could have lost my wife and my child to this situation. 2 women come out of the Target that night. Thank God they had the awareness to realize that something wasn't right, and they got in their car by my wife and sat there and watched the situation because they knew something wasn't right. And I'm telling you, these stories are popping up so frequently, and they are if you're taking this in and you're watching this and you're able to share my video, share it, and understand that we all need to be talking about this. There's so much going on in this country right now, and everybody wants to fight with everybody. Here's something we can all stand behind. None of us, not one person watching this video or on this planet should be and will ever be okay with anybody getting taken. Okay? I think we can all agree on that one, right? So here's something we all can stand behind and we all can fight against. be vigilant. Keep your eyes peeled. Look around for people. Keep your eye on, if you're in a shopping place, especially if you're a male, keep an eye out for a woman who may be shopping with her young children, heading out to the parking lot. Keep your eyes peeled when you're leaving, because you just never know. You never know if that person could use an extra set of eyes in their situation, because this stuff is happening so much, and the price tags that they're putting on kids' heads and even adult women, and I'm telling you, it's in so many cities, and because we have access to the Canada Bridge, it's scary. If you haven't looked it up or you don't know how prevalent it is, do a little bit of reading, okay? And keep your eyes out and keep your kids safe. And I don't know. I'm just really frustrated that I'm here in this Target parking lot right now, because my wife can hardly sleep thinking about this situation, and she feels like we need to look out for other people. So that's what we're doing, and they went inside the Target here, and I'm basically out here watching. It's almost like a situation where we almost feel like maybe we can bait some idiot to maybe make a wrong move here, and I can get out of the car and beat them senseless. I don't know. This is just craziness, but I'm telling you, this is something that needs to be talked about a lot more, and I feel like it's not. Boy, the media loves to cover all the hatred in the world right now,
yeah.
But they don't want to talk a whole lot about kids and people getting taken and how much this stuff is happening, and the price tags that are on people's heads, and the stuff that you post on Facebook, that they take your pictures, they take your info, they create these internet-based profiles of your kids, of where to find your people. It's incredible. I'm telling you, I heard it out of this detective's mouth. So whatever, for you naysayers that are sitting out there like, oh, it'll never happen to us, it almost happened to my wife. And it could be happening. Somebody could be watching your kids and your wife right now while they're shopping. Okay? They could be floating around the Target store like they do here with nothing in their hands. And don't think this is specific to any one race either. These are Cadillacs. These are gorgeous vehicles pulling up with people of all races pulling this off. Okay? Not just white, not just black, not just Arabic, not just Asian or Indian. Everybody. And they are taking people, and they are willing to risk anything to do so. They're fearless. I wish they would have the live security video of the situation that happened to my wife, and you could see how fearless these 3 cars were that surrounded her, and how serious this situation is. She wanted to make a video about this, and I think she's nervous, so I'm making the video for her. I hope some people are paying attention, and I hope some people care. I hope some people begin to talk about stuff like this and what we can do to shut it down. So help me. If I ever see your wife or your kids in trouble, I know I'll take action. I'll whoop somebody down. And I hope that some of you would do the same. Okay? Got to start looking out for people. We got to start caring more. We're so busy wanting to fight over the dumbest crap in this world anymore. We need to care about the real threats going on. And this is real. Taking children and taking women is real. Scary. Everybody enjoy their Friday night. And if this video helped you at all, I hope you pass on the info. I hope that you're careful and really keep your eyes peeled while you're out shopping and doing your thing. Good luck to everybody, and Godspeed.
All right, I want to share that with all of you, because this is happening, and what I believe is going, we've got a lot of things going on in the world, the mainstream news media, with Donald Trump and the Trump bashing, and then the conflict with the North Korea, then with Iran, and Trump not reinstating the Iran nuclear deal. A lot of things, a lot of tension in the world. Earthquakes, yes, we've got massive earthquakes off the charts. We're living in the end days. But while all of this is going on, they're not telling you that people are... It started with the homeless started to vanish. They started to disappear. They were disappearing off the streets of Detroit. I've reported on this. White vans picking up the homeless to never be seen again. The homeless roundup in Flint. I mean, I'm there every day. That's where my ministry is. I'm being arrested, being pulled off of the street. But what they're not talking about, and what I didn't even know about until it happened in my backyard in Flint, Michigan. I did a video on this. 40 women just disappeared. And school-age children vanished in the city of Flint. And like I said, when I went to look at that church on Van Slyke Road in Flint, Michigan, the old elderly pastor that used to attend that church when it was an up and running church, he said, you know, Pastor, he's talking to me, I pray and I want to help you. I want to get chairs if you can get this building, but we've got a crisis here in Flint. Did you hear about the 40-plus women and children that disappeared in Flint? He said the police are covering it up. They're saying only 2 people were reported missing. He said that's not true. It happened right behind this church in this neighborhood right here. It started with 40 women and children disappearing, and now it's doubled, if not tripled, and no one knows what's happened to them. And I started digging. I started doing research, and it's true. They're gone. They're being surrounded. People are pulling up in cars. Vans, I'm talking vans, like I went to my wife's work, that they can put a number of people in at a time. It can be a luxury car, like a Lincoln Town Car, a Cadillac. And they're pulling up in Target shopping centers, Myers, Walmarts. I wonder if Walmart's not in on this. I wonder. Don't get me started on Walmart and FEMA. And in Michigan, not far from where I live, I find this odd too. Just on the outskirts of Flint, they built a whole FEMA Homeland Security. They're calling it Michigan Task Force 1. It's a building. It's like a prison. It's like a gigantic facility. And there are 3 helicopter pads. What do you need helicopter pads if you're just storing equipment in case of a natural disaster? Do you need 3 helicopter landing pads? Something's going on. This happened in Canton, Michigan, on Michigan Avenue and Beck Road. I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. And you got to be careful on social media. On YouTube, all of your information is being sold on the black market. You're selling your family. You're selling your wife. You're selling your daughter, your sons. You're selling them out because Facebook, #1. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook. You live in Canton? That what I just played. Did you hear that, Kelly? Did you hear that? That happened in Canton, Michigan. Facebook is selling all of your personal information. They know, these predators know everything about you. They know where you live, where you go. They know your interests. They know what church you attend. They know where you're going shopping. They can track you. This is a story about a gentleman in Canton, Michigan, whose wife went to the Target store, and she became a target of these human traffickers. They were trying to abduct her. People are coming up missing all over Michigan, and they're not reporting this. Michigan, #2 in the United States. It is creepy, so I want you to be aware. I want you to be awake. I want you to be informed. I'm not doing this to promote fear. I'm not trying to instill fear. I'm trying to educate you that you're not being told about this. Kelly from Canton, Michigan, you were not even aware of what's going on in your backyard because the media is not reporting on this. The local papers, the local police departments are sweeping it under the rug. It's bigger than anyone has any idea. So be very, very vigilant. Be very careful. I know yeah, it's happening everywhere. And please, if you got, the holidays are coming. People are going to be shopping in droves. Thanksgiving, Christmas. Please do not go out. Do not allow your wife. Husbands, love your wives. It's in the scriptures. It's in the Word of God. Husbands, love your wives. Wives, be good to your husbands. If you love your children, you love your wife, do not let them go to the corner convenience store to get some ice cream and pop without you having a caravan go with them. Do not let them go shopping to Kroger's, to Walmart, to Target alone. Make sure you go have people there and make sure you have protection, whether it's pepper spray, no matter what. Because this is not a game. It's not a joke. They're stealing your information off of social media, especially Facebook. And this is so big, and the mainstream media is covering up. Hello, Barbara. It's happening everywhere. So you want to be protected. Some things to park, do not park. They're hiding in these stores. I go there at night. I don't feel good tonight. I'm going out tonight. Because I usually find the homeless, they camp out behind a Walmart, a Family Dollar. They got to find a place to sleep for the night. But these predators are there as well. And children and women are top dollar for these human traffickers. And like the gentleman from Michigan, Canton, Michigan said, we're so close to the Canadian border. The Ambassador Bridge is right here. It's right here to get them out of the country. And it's not you can't pinpoint it to be an Arabic or Muslim or from the religion of Islam, no religion, Hispanic, Black Lives Matter. It could be anyone of any nationality that are doing this. They're doing it in all nationalities. There's big money. People are missing, and it's not being reported. Park is close to a street light. If you go, do not let your wife or your children go anywhere alone. Park as you can, as close to, if not under, one of the lights in the parking lot. Have security. That's what they have security for. I've worked investigations and security for many, many, many years, and loss prevention. So I know what I'm talking about. They have in-store loss prevention specialists that you don't know. I'm not talking about a security guard with a badge. I'm talking about people that you have no idea. When you're shopping, there are people that they're shopping too, but they're part of their undercover security team. When you're at the checkout, you ask for the manager or the cashier. You want to be escorted to your vehicle. Have an escort, even if your husband and all the neighbors are there to protect you. Have security escort you to your car. Park under a street lamp in the parking lot of a Walmart or a Meijer or a Target. Don't be a target. If you go to Target, don't be a target. Have more than one vehicle follow you when you've got, if you have to go. It's happening in broad daylight too, so it's not just at night. Have your husband follow you in his car, his brother, and then your grandfather or somebody. Have about 3 cars where you park, you pull in here and you park. Have your vehicle surrounded with your family, if they're armed to the teeth, whether it's pepper spray, a pocket knife, or a 9mm waiting for you. Because this is happening. Like I said, it started with 40 people in Flint. Now it's almost tripled, and no one is reporting it. They're being reported, but the police are covering it up. The city officials are covering it up. Mainstream media news is not talking about it. So I just wanted to put the warning out there. I wanted to share this and share this gentleman's testimony with all of you. We're living in a very evil, dark, a very evil, sick world. So I'm going to end it right there. I want to thank, my birthday's tomorrow, and I don't even celebrate my birthday anymore, because when you get my age, you kind of hope that you can go backwards, but you keep moving forward. And I'm waiting on that blessed hope, the rapture of the church, so I don't want to get another day older. I don't really celebrate my birthday anymore, but I'm already getting happy birthday wishes on Facebook. But be careful with Facebook, because they take your information. They steal your identity and your information. They know everything about you on Facebook. But I just want to thank those that are already wishing me a happy birthday. Please lift my family up in prayer, especially my son. It's not good. It's personal, and we need prayer warriors. He needs prayer warriors. It's not good. It's not good. And I wish I had all of the answers. I counsel people. I have in the past, being a Christian counselor. And when it's your own family, when it's your own child that you love, all you can do is put it in God's hands. I don't have the answers. Hi, Kathy. So pray for that situation. Pray for my family. I still have this. It's early. I said between October 11th and the 15th. I was saying this back in September, and I believe August, that just something terrible is coming. And I could be like a lot of people on YouTube and say, well, you see, I knew something bad was going to happen in October, and we had this massive mass shooting. There's another one for you. Things are just strange with this Las Vegas shooting. I could say that was it. All of the biggest, the largest mass shooting casualty in the history of the United States of America. But I'm not going to do that. Donald Trump, I said I feel it may have something to do with the with our what do you call it now? I'm so tired. Oh my goodness, our economy or our monetary system. He put together this tax plan that's going to, I guess everyone is going to get a $4,000 check when they do your taxes. I could say there it is, but no. There's something. I could say it's this news breaking now about multitudes of people disappearing, vanishing. But I still don't feel that none of this is it. But I could run with that. But I'm not like others. I'm not going to just forget about it and not address it. So I'm going to give it till tomorrow night. If nothing major, earth-shattering, earth-shaking, a 9.0 earthquake or something happen, I will come on and I will do not a live stream, I'll do a video and I will ask forgiveness. I can only go by what the Holy Spirit is telling me. The disaster happens in my personal life, and it's personal. I could say it's personal, but a mega earthquake just hit my family. My heart is shattered because I'm a man of God, and I love the Lord. I love Jesus. I love my son, and it's kind of like you reach out, you can only count on God. And I feel like my heart is crushed, and all the king's horses and all the king's men, they can't put my heart together again. Only God can only intervene in what's going on. I don't want to lose my child. And so pray for us. I want to thank my wife. Oh my God, I've got to tell another story. She surprised me and took me to dinner. Had a wonderful dinner because I had the, my birthday's tomorrow, so we're going to be working the ministry. She's going to be working, and I've got my sister. I got to take her home to Detroit. She's in the next room. She's just a joy in my life. So I got my sister for the weekend, and it's just simply wonderful. But please, I just worry about all of you. I don't want anything to happen to any of you, so please, that's why I'm putting this warning out. Please be vigilant, be aware. Please do not allow your family. Please don't go out alone. Don't go out alone. This is happening, and it's major, and nobody is speaking about it. No one's talking about it. So I just wanted to share that. I was in East Point today. I don't know if I'm going to get a video out in the morning because I'm so busy tomorrow morning. I got to go all the way back to Detroit, take my sister home in the morning. She doesn't want me to mention her name. She wants to remain anonymous, but Christy and I went. She's just a wonderful sister, long-time viewer to my channel. And I got to meet her sister, who watches all of my videos, and she might be in the room now. I don't know. But picked up some sleeping bags and blankets and clothes and warm winter items for the homeless, and we just loaded the SUV up with crammed full of much needed supplies. So I want to thank her. But she told a story. As she was in line, there was a gentleman, and I think he only had one item or something, and he was asking her, what are you doing with all of this sleeping bags and all of these winter coats? And this precious sister said, "What's for the homeless?" He worked for what's called in Michigan, they have Meals on Wheels. So he's part of Meals on Wheels. He was in there getting a few items, I guess one item or something, from the Goodwill. And she told him the story, but he went over to the next checkout, and he seen her talking to the cashier that was ringing her up. So when the sister wants to remain anonymous in East Point, paid for the merchandise, the clothing for the homeless, the cashier gave her a $20 bill and said, this is for the ministry. So whoever that person is, we will never know. But I want to thank you for the $20 that you blessed this ministry. He was just so overtaken about all the clothing for the homeless. He contributed $20. So I wanted to thank whoever he was, and I just wanted to share that with you. It's just wonderful. And I love you guys, and I just please be careful, because this is human trafficking. I'm tired. I can't tell. I'm losing my voice because I've been on the run all day. I've got my coffee, Barbara and Rich, and if you're coming in live stream, you just missed this, go to my channel. Watch for this to be uploaded, because you're going to hear an interview from someone that wants to put out a very important message. People are vanishing. I wish I could tell you it was the rapture. I want to go home. I don't want to be here. This is not my home. I do not like the evil. I don't know how long we're going to be here, how much more sickness, wickedness, evil, corruption that has blanketed this world. How much more before Yahweh, Father God, has had enough? How much tribulation are we going through right now? Is it going to be when the bombs come down, we go up? Will that be when there's a nuclear war? Because it's going to be more. Korea's not going to do much on their own. If Korea fires a long-range ICBM into Guam, it's open season. It's on like Donkey Kong. Remember Donkey Kong? It's on. Like Pac-Man, it's on. China is going to do a full-out assault on the United States of America, and so will Russia. Maybe when the bombs come down, maybe we go up. We're getting pretty close. I love you guys, and big kiss and hug to all of you. Be good to one another. Love your children. Raise them up in the Lord. Raise them up with good intention. And let's bring God back into the family. Let's sit together as a family. Let's forget McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's, and let's cook a home-cooked meal, sit down, hold hands like we did when I was a youth, and bow our head and give God thanks for the food that has been prepared for us. Let's love one another. Let's love our neighbors. Let's be good. Let's do what is pleasing to the Father and brings glory to His kingdom. Let's walk in the love of Jesus today. I love you guys, and share this, please. And when this is uploaded, share this around. It's very urgent. And I love you guys. See you soon.